Based on recent occurrences and some other past events that has a connection to what we are looking at today in this video. Now let me tell all members of the community, you that is a Christian, you that is a believer, you that is in that part of that ministry, what do you think? You that is a follower, what do you think? That's why Now, based on this unfolding story, of course, many people have reacted, just like I reacted by analyzing the statements that was made by Apostle Suleman. I'm going to be looking at some things that Apostle Suleman has said himself. Father Kelvin Ugu, a Catholic priest known for his missionary work, has reacted to the trend because this is a trend. If you don't want me to talk about it, or if you don't like me talking about it, let me ask you a question, because I will not reply in the comments. Why are you watching me right now? Why are you not moving on to where you want to listen to what you want to listen to or hear what you want to hear? And you are still watching me. Anyway, Father Calvin said here, I have always said it here when giving testimonies, be very sensitive. Remember what I said in my video before this time. It's a little bit insensitive for me, the way I'm looking at it. But anyway, you have a right to say whatever you want to say on your platform, and you are trending right now. And please, for those who didn't see the second part of the video I made on this platform here, Being Real George, it's on my backup channel based on what some of you understand already that goes on right here on the platform. He said here, don't use other people's misfortune to elevate your own story. Am I the one talking right now? Think about that for a moment. He went on here to say, in their bid to assassinate you, 7 persons were killed, and you are like, my life is in the hands of God. Nobody can kill me. Some of you that watched the part 2 of my commentary, you know what I said about that. Well, I will not thank God that you survived the assassination. I would rather thank God that you admitted to knowing those that were behind the assassination and shooting. And I've said this myself. I was even thanking God that you survived. And I gave you guys a condition for watching my first video. Moving on right here, he says, I call on the police and the government to take it up from there. The lives of those persons matter so much. The minister's life is not more valuable than theirs. A full investigation should be opened immediately until those behind the shooting are arrested and given what they deserve by law. I'm going to get to what Apostle Suleman said about those that are involved, or would I say those that he believes are attacking him right from 2017, because he said it with his mouth. If you are following me on Instagram at Being George, I posted a snippet of the video I'm going to be sharing for you right now. So, of course, you know I can't post his videos on my platform because they have a system of attacking my videos. So I can retype, or would I say re-echo what he said by saying it myself, and also getting to discuss and give my opinion on that. If you don't like my opinion and you are still watching me, why are you still watching right now? Elijah, send a fire. Bless my time. Okay, let's go on. Moving on right here, he said here, and those working closely with the minister, listen. Because this one is for you that are working closely with him. Remember, those that has come out already to expose him and all that are people that have lived with him and worked closely with him. I've looked at these stories from Genesis. All right? And everything I look at right here are things that are already out there, and you know. God so bless, I have a particular principle that guides me. I would advise you to take necessary precautions because it seems he knows something. It seems he knows some things that are capable of putting you at tricks, which you may not be aware of. This is just a subtle way of making sense of a situation without appearing offensive, I would say. So, those of you that are in close proximity with the apostle himself, Amos was his houseboy. Joseph lived with him for years, and they came out to say things with regards to his person and all that. Some of you that are watching me right now, some of you are even dreaming to touch the hem of his garment, but you have never. Some of you are in distant countries who are just caught up with Let me remind you here, because if you see me as a critic, this is Apostle Suleman himself criticizing someone in America, an American preacher, Rod Pesley. Please, I want you right now watching me to give him woto in the comment.
I was in America. I was surprised the person they said wanted to see me. He watched my tape. Who was he? Dr. Rod Pesley. I said, how? How? And we sat in his office. When I entered there, I saw something, saw another thing. I told my pastor, I said, let's go back. He said, what? I said, I don't want to see you. First thing I saw was a girl sitting down in the office as a receptionist. No bra. First two bottles open. We met a brother, a young man, squeezing the boobs at the reception. I missed you, didn't come to my house again. I saw that one. I went inside. I saw a young man talking to another young man doing his hand like this. Gay. I said, I'm not seeing him. These two things are okay for me. I turn back. Don't celebrate all you see on television, because there is a private life. I think if this is all I said, somebody has gotten something.
I will do it. I'm mad. I'm not mad. Any girl that comes around my office just want to know what I'm doing with them. I have a lot of nonsense. I have a lot of nonsense. I kept quiet. A lot of nonsense. And this part thing, they say to her, for let her come and deny. And the people are telling that they want to reply her. That they reply her, they wait for her, that they will beat her, they will physically beat her. I kept quiet. Let her, like this is what I'm telling you. Let her know she should not even bother. And I give her 30 minutes to delete that nonsense on Facebook, or else I've told them to monitor it.
For calling out an American preacher for what, I don't know if it is true or not. Everyone has a private life, not believing what all you see on social media. So if you listen to him as well, he said what you sow, you shall reap. In his video of which he came out and was speaking about the situation. You see what I'm doing right here? Don't worry. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Elijah, send a fire. Bless my time.
But moving on right here, I'm going to show you what Apostle Justin Suleman said in the Sons of Benson Idahosa conference that was had recently about a month ago. This video, I'm not going to play it, okay? I played some snippet of it on my Instagram handle, so go there to watch it, or go on his YouTube platform here. Just search Sons of Idahosa conference. Apostle Suleman is there on his channel. Watch from the 24th minute. Watch from the 24th minute of that particular video. On that video, he was talking about the fact that the Christianity of today is different from the Christianity of the time of his father, Benson Idahosa. If you don't know who Archbishop Benson Idahosa is, and you are a Nigerian, and you call yourself a Pentecostal, oh my God, then you need to check yourself very, very well. Because he's one of the most popular known pioneers of the Pentecostal movement, or the Christendom, as well known by Pentecostals. Later, I'm going to go into a little bit of church history, especially with the Pentecostal movement and all that, so we get to understand, because some of you that are pastors don't even know where you came from, where you are going, or even where you are right now. So I'm going to go back into theses that have been written by doctors, professors. Because some of you all you know is what you hear your pastor preach. Some of them are false. Some of them, testimony they give, you cannot verify them. I'm talking about people that have worked with people like Pa Elton, people that have worked with the same Idahosa, people that have worked with Babalola, and that written thesis in academic website published. But you don't read that. You want to hear. See, I haven't really started what I purpose for when it comes to looking at things that happen in the religious sect. You're going to be hearing facts. You're going to be seeing real educational discourse that should give you more information to know why you are doing what you are doing, and things that happened in the past comparing to what is happening right now. So he talked about the idea that there was so much courage in the time of Idahosa, which I'm going to go into a couple of things he said about his papa Idahosa. I don't know. I hope Pastor Iya Adebuye is still your father right now, sir, because I've been seeing some rumors here and there. Or maybe have you gone back to Orise Jaffo. I don't know. I'm just asking because I see rumors here and there on the internet. Or some people tell me in the comments that it's as if the relationship is no more there. But you know better as the man that is the GO, okay? So, sons and daughters of Apostle Johnson Suleman, this right here now is what your pastor said with regards to the reason or why he is under attack. He said here, in 2017, some ministers called me to Abuja after I spoke against the killings on a national scale. And they sat me down and drew a bag of money and said to me, take this and shut up. And drew out an AK-47. They drew out a newspaper and said, choose three. Choose three. You take this or you go by these two. So by saying choose three, you take this or go by these two. Either he takes the money or he goes by the newspaper and the gun. So the newspaper there is going to represent news about him. And listen, I say it again. Any analysis I have done based on the news that have come out about him, if you have been watching me over time, I have shown you facts, correlations. The ones I have not talked about, either I don't believe in them or I don't have a conclusive evidence to prove to you that this makes sense, because my job here is to make sense of all these things. But the ones I have talked about myself, played videos for you, played audios for you, those ones are true. Otobo was true, Halima was true, Chimafen Odike was true, is still there. These people are still there right now. So the news there represents things coming out about him, and then the gun there represents the whole idea of, maybe him having to die or whatever, which we are now getting to see what is happening right now. Some people are having the idea that what if this is actually something planned? I don't know, because the best I can talk about is what I see on social media. I don't know. So I look at these things from a distance and I discuss them to try to make sense out of them. Do you understand? Because if you look at this critically right here, he says here that they told him, if you don't do that, in the next 1 year, we'll make sure in this country you don't hold the microphone again. Apostle Johnson Suleman has said publicly that he knows these people. Like, these ministers, and when you say ministers, of course, politicians, I would say, or you say ministers to be pastors like him. Because when he say ministers like that, those who were watching, those of you who watched him when he was saying ministers, were you hearing politicians or were you hearing pastors like him? And please, if there's anybody you have to listen to on this particular issue going on about him, please don't listen to this human being. You see, this human being you see here, his brain is not in sync. Cassie here is going to put Apostle Johnson Suleman in a little bit more mess than he knows, because he has made statements that has gone viral as the bona fide son, which he claims. I have not seen Apostle Suleman, really, validate him as a son, even though he claims, oh, he's my father. It's okay. I don't have a problem with that. That is a lovely relationship. The same person came out, like we looked at in other video, where he was insulting Adeboye because Adeboye did not go for Apostle Suleman's anniversary and all that. The way he was arrogantly talking to Adeboye, who's supposed to be his spiritual grandfather, if Adeboye is Apostle Johnson Suleman's father. The same Apostle Suleman that said a father cannot be wrong. No matter what your father does, correction upward is rebellion. But this son, who claims he's the son of Apostle Suleman, was publicly insulting the person of Adeboye. Those of you that are watching right now, did you not watch that video? If you did not watch it, go back. I will link it in the description so you hear him. And this same man right here, Cassie, has said this lover is involved. Maureen Badejo. If you don't know who Maureen Badejo is and you are still watching me, you need serious help, because this is something that I've gone way back. Also, the same person said that there are some pastors that want to take over. So some pastors are working seriously against him because they want to take over. Everybody wants to be everybody wants to be like the next TV Joshua, where all everybody is going to. I'm like, You are talking all this and you are mentioning TB Joshua. Remember, it's the same TB Joshua talk and Idahosa talk that landed you in Jeremiah Kitch. So you see how he's rabble-rousing around and talking. He will talk A, talk B, talk C, talk D. Is it to go viral? That's why when it comes to what I do here, I think before I talk. You see this scripture right here? It guides me a lot with respect to the things I do, or what I say, the commentaries I make. If I don't understand, I'll tell you this one I don't understand. But it doesn't stop me from talking about it and saying this one that I'm seeing here, I don't understand. But looking at this right now, this is what the horse himself is saying. That he was in the midst of people. They brought AK-47. That means he knows these people. So when I was asking the question I was asking before in my other video, the part 2 where I was asking, is it by Ofufu? Or is it by knowledge, physical knowledge, like I know that, they have been, trying to bring down my pages and all that. By what way? Now he made this clear about a month ago when they were having this conference that he himself was with these ministers. The police. The next video I'm going to be looking at the whole Sheyi issue and Sheyi Peters and all that, and then other things. I have to break this in parts so you follow the logic of what is going on right here. I can't do it all in one video, if not you get tired.
Elijah, send on fire. Bless my time.
So I want to say, please, the police, just like Father Kelvin Ugu right here said, the police, Apostle Suleman knows these people. He has said it with his own mouth. Go and look for that video as an evidence because he said it with his own mouth. Also, moving on right, he said, make sure you keep your mouth shut according to what they told him, which he's saying. And I said to them, I never knew what I said was actually a big deal. Now I want to start talking. I said, if you want to come for me, please, you are very free to bother yourself because I am going to keep talking. Because I am going to keep talking. And of course, you are still talking. I'm not a prophet. I'm just an analyst. I sit down on my desk, look at all of these things on social media, and I talk about them. Many people hate me for this, but I am fueled more by your hatred because you are the ones that bring the engagement that needs this video to be seen by those who have sense and are able to look at things objectively and reason about them. I can't say that everything that has come out about Apostle Suleman is entirely true. Some of them might be exaggerated. Come on, you guys were here when I was casting Halima. Because, come on, money was part of the motivation she came out. Chomafe Odike was pure from onset. Wasn't looking for money and all that. And she's still there. Because think about it. If, just making reference to Halima's issue, why is it that all the women that were mentioned, all of them are not having the same complications like the few we have looked at that had a couple of complications here, okay, bleeding, this and this, or maybe this Halima, is it drama or real? I don't know. That has been happening recently. Halima is yet to really release some facts as to what she's saying, but I know that clearly Halima happened with Suleman. I'm not just the one saying it. The blogger that was between two of them, that was doing the liaison between two of them, said it herself. But I have some gullible people. You will see them in the comments right now. Some of them have the name Apostle this. Some of them are kids, children who their brain have not yet configured. They are there in the comment right now typing. But you think I'll respond to you? No. I read it and I laugh and I move away. Because it is those that even hate you the more. They're the ones that will sit down and watch you to the end, even when I give them time to go away. It is so sad that the whole attention is on the man himself, purported to be of God. But the 7 people, according to him, that lost their lives. Do we know their names? Who is talking about them? Relevance by association. Attention is currency. He has the attention. He has the crowd. Everybody is talking about him. those policemen, that girl, who is talking about them? Who knows who they are? The family is mourning. And you use this opportunity to validate that you are a man of God and that those who want to kill you can't kill you. I think this is a time, like you have said recently, that you have to start mentioning names. I'm going to look at that in the next video. You have to mention those names. Maybe not to the public, but to the police. Because the police will want to know those that killed their men assigned to you to protect you, even though you had a bulletproof car to protect you. Even where it even got annoying was when Cassie himself was saying that, when he was asked about the whole situation, he was saying that these people that God bless Apostle Johnson Suleman with sense to protect himself with bulletproof car. Anyway, tell me what you think in the comments. I hope to see you in the next video. We have quite a long way to go. There are a lot of things that have come out. I'm going to take my time to break them down, and I hope you learn one or two from them. See you next time. George.
Charlie,